Hi everybody, today in ArchiCAD I'm going to be talking about the labeling tool. The labeling tool enables us to identify things in our drawings and describe them more easily, kind of expound upon what the viewer is seeing. So we're going to go over under the documents category, we're going to find label and open it. Right now we don't see anything pop up, but normally when you click a tool you get an info box that pops up. Well, bonus feature of this video, you're going to be able to find out what to do when something doesn't pop up that should. Maybe you clicked out of it, or maybe you moved it, or maybe you just opened your computer and it's not there. Happens to me all the time. Well, you're going to go up here to Window, and you're going to go down to Pallets, and it'll show you all the different setting palettes that are available, that are possibly able to be accessed. As you can see, the ones highlighted in blue are the ones visible. I have a toolbox stats bar and the navigator open already, but I don't have my info box. So I'm going to click that, and it'll bring up my info box. Normally, most of you probably have it up here in like the toolbar somewhere. I open mine and leave it out to the side because I want to be able to show you everything as we go through this tutorial. So in the beginning, like any other tool, you're able to choose the settings. In the settings, choose a different type of label. We're just going to use the composite and profile name. The layer, it goes on the annotations layer. Geometry method, this is really cool in that there are two different distinguishing methods that you can choose from. The first one, it opens up to two different where you can choose where it identifies automatically the composite, or where you can manually choose what you want to label. So right now it's set to the composite, so if I hover over something, let's say I hover over this roof, it'll automatically highlight the roof and be like, you want me to identify this? I'll be like, yes. So I'll select it. But if we were to choose just this manual label, I would highlight over it and there wouldn't be anything manually, automatically highlighted. I would have to click it and then identify. This one, it talks about how if it'll simply throw out a label arm or if you want to draw it yourself, basically. Those are the two options available there. You have the font size and style here. Something you can do is you can put a frame around it or not. Changing the offset, the pointer pen, all these different things. Something interesting is your text alignment. If it's on the right side, of course, you want to put on the right. With this pointer line, if it's not selected, if it's not highlighted in blue, it'll automatically have the arrow point straight down. So it'll put the label over here and automatically point it straight down. Here, we'll just label this roof really fast. See, it says roof TGI and it shot the line straight down. I'm not really a fan because it doesn't necessarily distinguish exactly what you're pointing to. So I like to select this pointer type and it'll automatically give me a straight angled line. And we already see it's at 45 degrees. So if I were to again highlight this, the roof, I would click it and it would say roof TGI. How does it know that's a roof TGI? Because in ArchiCAD, the composites all have their data in the computer. Then all the computer has to do is when you're labeling, you have to tell it what piece of information you want to display as the label. So that's where we have label type. Label type, we open it up here and we have many different labeling options. The first one is text, auto text. So if I were to do this, I could just select this roof. I happen to know it's roof TGI, just like this one. So I would just type in by myself, roof TGI. And then click enter. Oh, wait, not enter. Just click away. Just click away. Cool, and then it saves it. Oh, nice. Label something randomly over there. That's great. If you want to exit labeling, just hit the escape button. But if I were to manually label something like this installation, for instance, this installation is R13. It's a pretty fun installation. And so, and click away to close it. It's really helpful in that you can type in what you want manually to label it. But if you want to use the features that are provided where it will grab something, I won't show you all of these so you can go and explore it yourself. The one I personally like to use is the composite and profile name. This is one I use for the roof, and it'll literally just grab it. Grab the, oh yeah, I want to change it to the composite. That's easiest. It'll grab the composite that you selected and show all of that. Oh, and once you change the geometry method, you have to re-select this pointer type. So I'm going to undo that and do that again. There we go. And you see this says wall, wood 5.5 sheeting plus siding plus gypsum. If I highlight over this wall and this blue box pops up, you can actually see it. If I move my mouse away, it will go away. But that first line which says structure, that's what it says. It literally says it right there. So you can kind of see what it will display with this one. That's why I like it a lot. Like it will show what I want it to. But you can see that not all of these will work for everything. This is a composite profile tool, but this is like a couch. So if I were to click this couch, it says this label is not available for objects or stairs. Oh, that's good to know. So it's not like you just label the stairs. Oh, that's a wall. Not like you just label the stairs. It wouldn't let me do that. So you would have to use a different tool, like going in here like, stair description. Clicking stair description and labeling that way. I'm going to take those out. You want to be sure when you're labeling that things don't get too messy. That's why it might be nice when you draw it yourself. Just label yourself. This is a door. You label that. I'm going to just drag it out this way. Maybe, hopefully, I'll try to line it up with this. Okay. Right there. We'll bring it up a little bit. Cool. Oh, not available for doors either. See, you learn what works for what things as you go through. See, if I would have looked at it better, I would have seen, oh, look, door and window label. See, that's actually what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to take it over, start with an angle, then draw it out. Oh, see, there we go. So I'm going to hit escape really fast. I'm going to select this label. Any of these labels that you already draw, you can select them and edit their settings if you need to. I'm going to delete this one since it's not helpful. And then we see that this door label is also not helpful. So we're going and see if we have a better one. Door window stamp. Oh, see, that's better. It shows the door, which door number, what's the size thereof. Some of these labels show a lot more than you would think you would need. And so as you play around with these, you'll be able to find out which ones work for you and whether or not you just really want to type it in yourself. Completely can do that. Rather helpful in designing your sheets and getting them all ready for printing so you can label things so neatly. So once again, if this ever goes blank because you exited out of it, you can just go back into label and it'll pull it right up there for you. Go ahead and try out some of these different label types and tell me what you think. Tell me which ones you personally like. Again, I like the composite and profile, but it does not work for everything. So I'm going to have to learn a little bit more about which ones work for best for other things. You as well, feel free to tell me what you learned. Thanks for watching.